I am a captain now. Standing at the helm of my ship feels like holding the threads of the stars in my hands. People come to me from distant harbors asking how I made it this far, and I answer quietly, because I learned the ocean isn't conquered by greed but by understanding. But if you really want to know how I arrived here, then listen closely. My story began as nothing more than a small dream, one that turned into the greatest journey of my life. Back then, I was just a boy named Ethan, growing up in a small coastal town in Maine. My father was a farmer who could barely bring home enough harvest to feed us, and my mother stretched every loaf of bread to make it last through the week. Our town lived off the sea and the soil, never rich but always surviving. Every night I would climb the hill that overlooked the ocean. I would stare out into the horizon, imagining the ocean not just as waves and salt, but as a living force, vast, endless, mysterious. I dreamed of ships. I dreamed of faraway cities. I dreamed of finding a place bigger than the narrow world I was born into. One windy night, while walking along the shore, I met an old fisherman. His beard was white, his hands scarred from years at sea. He looked at me with eyes that seemed to have seen every tide before I was born. He said, "You've got the look of someone who could sail further than you think." His name was Captain Harris, and he became my mentor. He taught me the language of the wind, how to read the stars, how to feel the rhythm of the waves. He didn't hand me a book, he handed me wisdom. At first I resisted. I thought, how can a poor farmer's son dream of the ocean? My father questioned me, my mother wept quietly, and my friends laughed. I tried to bury the dream. But inside me, something refused to die. The turning point came on a brutal day. A storm destroyed our crops, food ran short, and I saw the despair on my father's face. That night, I remembered Captain Harris's words, "Don't delay the journey if the stars already believe in you." I decided to leave. I wasn't alone. My best friend Jack, skilled with his hands, and Emily, who could read the weather like a second language, joined me. Together we built a ship, not just out of wood, but out of hope. Every nail we drove into the planks made us a little stronger. Every night we worked made us more like family. When we set sail, my mother stood at the shore, hiding her tears as she pressed a small loaf of bread into my hands. That bread wasn't food, it was faith. The sea tested us, storms tore at our sails, waves tossed us like toys, and hunger gnawed at us. We even faced betrayal. Captain Maryam, a ruthless seafarer, tried to block our path, telling us the ocean belonged only to the powerful. He sent his men to attack us. We couldn't win by force, so we learned to fight with strategy, with unity, with courage. We survived, not because we were the strongest, but because we refused to let fear divide us. But the hardest battle wasn't with the sea or with Maryam. It was with ourselves. Jack and Emily fought over leadership, each convinced they knew best. For a moment, I thought our dream would sink before the ship did. But we realized, a true journey is not about one person leading. It's about all of us sharing the weight. That night, we made a pact to listen, to respect, to carry each other forward. And so we pressed on. Years later, after countless storms, strange harbors, and victories carved in salt and sweat, we found our destination. Not just a new port, but a new understanding. We returned home different, stronger, wiser. My father no longer looked at me with doubt, but with pride. My mother gave me the sailor's coat she'd kept hidden away, as if she had always known I would wear it. Today, I teach others what the sea taught me. I train young sailors, I help small towns build their own ships, and I remind every dreamer who comes my way. Success isn't about what you keep, it's about what you share. That is my journey, from a boy with a small dream to a captain respected by every harbor. I didn't bring back gold or riches. I brought back something greater, the wisdom of the stars. And if you ask me how I made it, my answer will always be the same, by sharing the journey.